Hello and welcome to my 2024 Games Room Tour. Yeah, so new year, new video to go with our delightful games room. Lot of changes, a lot of rearranging, a lot of fiddling around, putting things in places and places and things. And yeah, so far I'm quite happy with the layout. It's looking a lot better than it was. But yeah, I know I did one of these only about 9 months ago. But I kind of wanted to come in with a fresh start. Brand new year, brand new Games Room Tour. So, let's get started with the Nintendo Corner. So yes, the Nintendo Corner. Some changes here. Not so much with the DS games, so we've still got Fire Emblem Fates lodged in at a very horrible angle with the Amiibo Reader. Then we just kind of got a lot of the same stuff. Super Monkey Ball 3D's new, actually. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 coming out on Switch this year. Which, you know what? I'm going to get. I'm going to buy it, because I like 3. I haven't finished 3, need to. Smash Bros. For 3DS, Zip Dash, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these are the same titles. These are new. Rayman and Rabbids. The case for Mario Kart 7, which I stole last year. But yeah, I've acquired some new ones. Pilot Wings. I got Federation Force back, because if you remember, I got rid of every single Metroid game that wasn't Hunters, because no, these are mine. Have acquired some new DS games, Age of Empires. Yeah, I picked up Dark Conflict. Dark Conflict for Advance Wars. Because, get this, I wanted to like the new one. I did not. I did not like rebooted camp whatsoever. There we have, just out of the way, the Virtual Boy games in their little sad alcove that I may add more to in time, and then just some basic DS and Game Boy stuff down there. Up here's seen quite a lot of changes, actually. So this used to be boxed out the wazoo, just copious amounts of boxes. But we have trimmed it down. We've got Game Boy and N64 posters in the corner there. They're from my Nintendo, as is that shopping bag, which, of course. And this fat stack of stuff here, including the brand new calendar from my Nintendo. Thank you for that. That's because I missed out on 2023's one. Like a moron. But yeah, not much has changed otherwise on this particular portion. Still got the Super Nintendo Action Pack. Does not have the Super Nintendo in it. That's down here. But we'll get to that. And the Virtual Boy, which I finally got the power adapter for. Thank God, them all burning through 6 AA batteries for 3 hours of gameplay. Solid power usage, Nintendo. Thank you for that. Still got my House of the Dead remake boys up. A couple of Wii U big boxed games, such as Amiibo Festival, which, yeah, I bought that in Poundland, which is like a very cheap crap shop in the UK for like a £5, which thank you for 2 free Amiibo, especially at a time where I needed it. And Splatoon Collector's Edition, which you don't see, well, you don't see that about too much. It's not like the components are particularly expensive, but considering the entire shipment was stolen from the UK, footing. These boys aren't new, but they are new to being put up in the game. So these are from a game called Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. And if that sounds familiar to you while you're watching this newish, that's because Limited Run are doing a release of it as of the 9th of January. Not sure when this video will go up, but you'll see. Probably last week, so they're probably still on. Big fan of that game. We got these from a seaside town while on holiday because they were giving them away as prizes for tickets. And you know what? I'm a sucker for that game. I'm an absolute sucker for that game, so I bought it on DS. But I had it originally on 360, which is where I played it. yeah, still got my Nintendo consoles up here. But what's this? Sony? Yeah, it's a projector. It's a projector I nabbed from work. Because they were going to throw it away, and I cannot abide to see things that are so bloody ancient that still work be thrown away. Horrible. Horrible that people do that. Got a friend. We have a friend behind the behind the calendar. Calculator. Jeez. Yeah, that is a robot from the Disneyland attraction Star Tours, from way back in the day. He's just kind of chilling. And then obviously we've got my Star Fox boy nestled on the mighty Nintendo N64. You know what? Yeah, Nintendo 64 is what I just said there. Jesus Christ. But yeah, you'll be seeing a Starlink video from me soon, because I fucking love that game. If you've watched my Star Fox video, you would know that. So, there have been some changes in the Nintendo corner, starting with here. Yeah, quite a lot of changes in the Nintendo corner. Firstly, this used to be Amiibo. This used to be Switch. So, because I had a collection or two growing this year, I decided to move the Wii U over, because there's only really 2 games left on here that I want to get, which are Twilight Princess, which I had on GameCube earlier this year and got rid of because it was fucking terrible. But I want to get it on that Wii U because it's my boy. Obviously, we got my boxed limited editions, which you probably saw in my Wii U video. If you didn't, go watch it. That is an order from the captain. And then we've just got some more My Nintendo bits. I haven't actually got Super Mario Bros. Wonder yet, but I am aiming to get it in the very near future. Yeah, Nintendo games are sorted, actually. I got round to sorting them. Shocking. Yeah, we've just got some of my top games at the top there. Yes, Devil's Third. Unlike America, I didn't pay £50,000 for this game. I paid 15, which totally worth it. Not really, that game is terrible. Mass Effect 3 Special Edition. I just like Mass Effect 3. I just like Mass Effect too much to not put it up here. Tank. My favourite game on the Wii U that isn't Hyrule Warriors or Bayonetta 2. Yeah, some of the Sonic games, some other miscellaneous bits and bobs, another copy of Super Mario Maker, heaven forbid, and Game & Wario, which is not something you see too often. Yes, I do have 2 copies of this game. No, I do not care much. That should be there in retrospect. Naughty. Yeah, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash came with a sweatband, which I think has gone missing, which is horrifying on a cellular level. We might find it on our travels, we will see. But yeah, just a whole heap of Lego games, actually. They have a bunch more in town, and I'm going to buy them. Lego Dimensions. Yeah, I've picked up a couple of those this year. Wii Party U, Pikmin 3, Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush, then just a couple of dead box ones, an actual dead box, because I thought neither of these was an actual dead box, because I'm smart like that, and Angry Birds Star Wars, because I wanted to buy a Wii U game. Then just hidden, tucked out of sight, is the Rodea the Sky Soldier, and Pokemon Rumble U with all of my memory sticks for the Wii U in it, so that all of those delicious digital games are not deleted. Then we got my Switch collection, which I have really cleaved through this year. We got rid of Fire Emblem Engage, because that game is just dreadful, and replaced it with Carrion on this particular shelf. Yeah, got me with a fork if you think that I thought Fire Emblem Engage was good, because it was not. DFO Chronicle was better. Just some Pikmin games, Piku Niku, Fight Crab. Yeah, your giant crabs. You're fighting as giant crabs. That's all I have to say about that. My 6 Sonic games. 2 from this year, believe it or not. Shocking. Sonic Origins Plus, pretty solid collection. Not necessarily sure whether deleting the originals was a good thing or not. And Sonic Superstars, didn't get to talk about this too much. It's merely okay. I don't know if I'm ever actually going to bother finishing it, unlike Frontiers, which I actively went out of my way to finish. Although they've done the new updates that I need to play through, and I will. Oh yeah, Bowser's Fury. So this isn't obviously Bowser's Fury. It is Mario and Doodad. But I liked the name Bowser's Fury so much that I copied... Well, I made my own case. That's actually the inner case. But yeah, I made my own case for it. Found a design online, printed that boy out. And you know what? It looks fucking amazing. Then we've got my slightly lesser... games, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Death Smiles 1 and 2, Starlink, shocking. And some, Aka R, limited run version. Sure waited. That's from America, I believe. Haunted House, not a bad game. The Mercenaries games, they are simply fine. I don't think they're very good. I don't know why I have them. No Man's Sky, we love Katamari. Some other stuff. That's the map that came with a short hike. Which, if you haven't played that game, go play it. It is delightful. That is another My Nintendo thing. It has eight spaces to hold Nintendo Switch cartridges, which is pretty sick. And yep, that is a Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass. Box that I stole because sod it. And that is my wife's dinky collection of Switch games. Yeah, so that's probably one of the bigger changes to this corner. The others are, we have an amiibo shelf. Lots of different amiibo and Link staring at me ominously from the background. Yeah, with the Switch, with the Wii collection growing a fair amount, to be fair, and more importantly, the GameCube collection growing substantially more, I figured it would be prudent to move the amiibo. And then I bought about 10 amiibo. So I fell back into the collecting trap. Kirby's a bit dusty. Tut. Bad collector. We've got Min, Captain Falcon, Olimar, Least Claimers. Basically, a lot of these are just my mains. Others I needed for games or for videos, so I figured I'd buy them back in September. The Wii collection, picked up a few new games. Picked up Crystal Bearers again, and Crystal Chronicles. Didn't work. My original copy did not work, which was annoying, especially when I wanted to do a Crystal Chronicles video last year. Yeah, I can't say too much else on what I bought this year. Wii Sports Resort, actually, I believe. And I think House of the Dead, maybe Spectrobes. Yeah, not a big Wii fan, actually, to be fair. I've just been kind of picking up the odd game. That is WarioWare Getting It Together Gotcha Tape, which I'm going to be honest with you, I know... Focus, you bitch. There we go. For promotional use only. Thank you, Nintendo. Wonderful. Then we've got the GameCube... Expanded GameCube collection. Might be a slight illusion here. So, yeah. Just picked up some new GameCube games. Future Perfect, finally. Which has bittersweet notes because we will never, ever see Time Splitters 4. Killer 7, that's new. That one's quite good. Darkened Sky I kept for some asinine reason. Yeah, and I did mention I had Twilight Princess. That is one I picked up this year, and one that I disposed of, because quite frankly, I thought it was terrible, and it was £85, which is a stupid amount of money for a game I was never going to play again. Then we've got over here, we've got some, well, I'd say one or two new games in here. The biggest thing, though, is Odama, obviously. Then back there we have a towel from Nintendo Switch Sports, my Japanese games, and a boxed link cable, which was pretty sick, and I could not say no to, largely because I want more so I can play Crystal Chronicles with people. Custom Robo. That is the Game Boy player, for my Game Boy player. And we also have Cubivore, which is somewhat playable. However, unfortunately, like with many Japanese games, only borderline. Now, that thing I pulled out, that Super Smash Bros. Melee thing, that is an original soundtrack, which I found in a shop near me, which is extraordinarily cool. The biggest kicker, though, do you see Mute City on there? I don't see Mute City on there, and that is a crime. That is a crime against nature. So yeah, now we've got my Nintendo 64 shelf. Quite a lot of Nintendo 64 games this year, to be fair. Same with the SNES shelf. And my Chim Chomp friend. Yeah, been enjoying that. The NES shelf. This one's the newest. I picked this up circa May, June, something like that. Including the Clash at Demon Head. I'm a big Scott Pilgrim fan. You'll be seeing a Scott Pilgrim video from me very shortly. Then just some miscellaneous boxes of cables and consoles. And Bionicle! Because why not? Same with these, just controllers and cases. Then we've got here. This is my Starlink stuff. And a disc cleaner. And a Pikmin 4 tea towel. And a Wii U Lego Dimensions big old box. Filled with all the Lego. So yeah, that's the Nintendo corner. And we're maybe not that far gone. Which is fine. Yeah, this has probably seen the most change. That case down there is just for that. So, yeah, a couple of masks. Yeah, I've been enjoying flicking things around over here, to be honest with you. Switching things out, blah, blah, blah. Very nice. But moving on, you may remember last year I had a Steel Battalion set up. That is long gone, my friends. Long gone indeed, to be replaced with an Atari ST and a big old clunky dunk monitor. And a J.R. Tolkien coin that my wife got me for Christmas, which is lovely and I love it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to testing this boy out, figuring out how the hell you use this thing. And maybe I'll do a video on it. Again, another ST video. Would that interest you? Would it? No? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so, yeah, we'll start here. We've got my Happy Console Gamer 15th year anniversary thing. You probably saw that last week. We've got him, as he used to be called, but now it's Songbird from Bioshock Infinite. Picked up that statue a couple weeks ago, maybe a month. My consoles, or my boxed ones anyway, Atari VCS, that was fucking expensive. And you know what? I haven't played it in maybe a year, which is unfortunate. MK Versus, you know what? Same thing. I haven't played it in a year. I still keep... Well, actually, I can't remember personally the last time I bought anything for it that wasn't... I think the Pico Interactive. Yeah. So... Bit of a shame. My beautiful Vectrex boy, tucked in out of the way, just to make sure. Focus. Just to make sure you are all happy dappy. Then we've got my Sega Saturn Twin Stick and my Sega Saturn Virtua Gun House of the Dead combo. Which, yeah, funny story with this one. Bought it off a guy at a convention for about 90 quid. Oh, no, I didn't. That's a lie. So, I bought a copy of Metal Wolf Chaos for the original Xbox off a guy at a convention for £90. Stupid amount of money. Especially when I got home and found out it had disc rot in it. So, instead, I sent him a message going, yo, not on. Not happy with that. He was like, what do you want instead? And I said, I know you have this. You have the twin stick, and I want it. I want it for my collection. So I got it. Let him keep a tenner to pay for the postage, which was, I think, fairly reasonable. And, yeah, here we go. Back down, we've got my 3DO and, unfortunately, CDI collection. I'll be honest with you, I still don't know where I have these, but the 3DO is my baby. Big fan of this console. I've done like 2 videos on it, which I never thought I'd do, but the allure of Star Control 2 is just too strong. And they're working on the new one, and you know what? I could not be more excited. I really, really could. My Evercade collection. No, these are not in order. No, they will never be put in order. No, I do not care. Picked up a lot of the Atari stuff recently because they were getting rid of it, including the Atari Lynx collections and the Atari collections and the arcade one. Obviously, the Duke Nukem collections were out last year. Big fan of those. Moving on. Big box PC games. I wouldn't say any of these are new, to be fair. They have moved. So this whole thing used to be just PC games. Now it's 3DO, Evercade, PC crap. All of the floppy disks, including Sega's Outrun. For the Atari ST. Just tucked in there. Down there, we have some CDs, including the No Man's Sky soundtrack and Fight Crab soundtrack that came with it. Big box PC games. A couple of Atari ST ones again, including Microprose's Red Storm Rising, which is quite exciting. Corporation, I think that's Amiga. No, Atari ST. Horribly wrong again, as per usual. Thank you, life. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. That's Storm Master. It's a game worth playing. Populous. My Dungeon Keeper boys. Love Dungeon Keeper. One of my favourite games of all time. Yeah, I know. But, get this. It's the same on the other side. What am I supposed to do with this? Awful. Hate it. Screw you. Screw you, Sierra. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this. I think I showed this off in the last one, but Dalek Attack, for the Amiga. Not the Atari ST. Dalek Attack, one of the very few Doctor Who video games. The other one being Destiny of the Daleks that I picked up in a charity shop of all things, way back in the day. But, rather nicely, I checked on Twitter, this is signed by, to a guy with a very similar name to me, by the writer of 2005's Dalek. For ages, could not determine who the hell that signature was from, but found the guy online. Like, is this your signature? And he was like, yes. So yeah, I have an actual signed video game from someone I care about. Wonderful. Okay, moving on. This is under the Saturn and the Vectrex stuff. Sega Saturn, shocking. A couple of PlayStations, Dreamcast gun, Master System gun, Master System 2, and a whole fat stack of PC games. These are just kind of regulated to the you can go in the corner pile. Because of course they are. I'm not a big PC gamer, and I know. Several fucking alcoves and 2 entire shelves filled with the bloody things, but they're cheap in charity shops, so sod it. I buy them when I'm sad. A Pac-Man ghost lamp that a friend of mine got me years ago. Sega Saturn wheel. We're in the Sega corner. Can you tell? No, because there's a big old Polymega box. So, ideally, here's my grand scenario. We are going to take that box and shove it in an alcove, along with all the other boxes. That would be great. We've got my Mega Drive collection. Has both grown and shrunk over the last year. I got rid of a whole load of them, but then I replaced them with stuff like Shining Force, which are in the wrong order, which is fine. Gods, Virtua Racing, Centurion that I found for £3, and a Sonic the Hedgehog squishy toy that my old work got me for leaving. They tried to bribe me with a Sonic squeezy toy into leaving. I fell for it. Gemfire. Gemfire was a big one for me this year. Really desperately wanted it alongside Rampart, and I think, did I get Earthworm Jim this year? You know what? I can't remember. But yeah, lot of change with this collection. Not so much with the Sega CD. I think I got rid of one. And I think that was Battle Core. And because I can't remember, it doesn't matter. Sega Game Gear stuff. My 32X collection. And by collection, I mean filthy repros at the back. Filthy reproduction games of games that, quite frankly, are too bloody expensive to purchase. But got some solid ones like Stellar Assault, Doom, Virtua Fighter. Could this be a hint? Quite possibly. Yeah, let's turn the light on so we can see what we're talking about. There we go. There's my Sega collection for you who couldn't see. My Master System games, including shock and horror, Rampart. I'll be honest with you, this is why I own an Atari ST. I want an Atari game, which this is. Focus. Which this is, because that's what Tenjin was. I wanted an Atari game on an Atari system, so suit me. Moving on, we've got my Sonic Lego Dimensions boy. Yeah, haven't bought too many Master System games. A big reason why I own these is primarily for this, the Polymega. A lot of games I own because of the Polymega. I would not own 32X games if it wasn't for the Polymega. Same with these. That's a lie, because we got this. Oh. No, we got the deflated Tower of Power and a big old Dreamcast keyboard, because I forgot to do it up here because I'm a stupid man. Modded 32X. Haven't actually tested it, which is dumb. But yeah. Anyway, the Saturn collection has indeed grown to 2 shelves now, and not just that, 2 stacked shelves. But starting up here, we've got all my repro games, which I don't actually play too much anymore. Picked up Quake this year, or last year rather, which was nice. Same with the Daytona Championship Circuit Edition. Apparently a better version of Daytona USA, so can't complain. Obviously, the boy, the big boy, the biggest of boys, that is Panzer Dragoon Saga. And then this was a late pickup, actually. It's the Virtua Fighter CD Portrait series. 10 of them. There are 10 of these things. And yet, there is still one more that I do not have. Although, it might be included in my Virtua Fighter remix. Which is why I'm not too bothered. See? Silver Boy. Or, yes, Silver Boy. Silver Boy. Great. We'll deal with it later. Picked up Virtua Fighter Kids as well, just before Christmas, via big old stinky trade-in. Thank you. This has grown substantially, actually. Substantially. Wing Arms, I don't think I had last year. Cyber Speedway. Die Hard trilogy. Very nice. Haven't got Die Hard Arcade, but to be fair, that game is like £1 billion, so I'm not going to bother with it. Funny thing, Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, whatever you want to call it, they had 4 copies of this. 4. In the shop I got it from. 4. So I went, I will have one of your finest. And here we are. So yeah, quite happy with the Saturn. Really looking forward to playing this on the Polymega when I get the fucking final chance to. A lot of new Sonic toys, because I'm a child. Yeah, this is the Dreamcast shelf. Shenmue 2, obviously. Driving Strikers and Alice Tournament. We got that last year. Those are new from Wave Games. Thank you, Wave Games. Yeah, a lot of pretty good stuff. There is something missing. Something might be missing. I have a horrible sneaking suspicion that Jet Set Radio is missing. Oh, bugger. Oh well, moving on. The junk shelf. Yeah, this is just mostly, you know, magazines and other rubbish. The Art of Prototype. Lego Dimensions stuff there. That's from Poundland as well. A spare mouse for the Atari ST. And something I will never, ever, ever, ever get to show on camera. It's not this. I have shown this on camera because, shockingly, I'm a huge fucking fan of Triangle Strategy. Love that game. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Lara Croft calendars from 1999 with her ass and the year 2000. Lara, I'm sorry, but I have to talk about it. Especially this one. Lara Uncovered. Lara Uncovered. Yeah, these were 10 quid. But why is there a live action version of Lara? Not interested. I want really bad early 2000s 3D renders of Lara. I don't want live women. That's untrue. I love my wife. She's adorable. So yeah, yeah, this is where I keep my hidden shame. My hidden shame of Lara Croft. Tucked out of the way in the dark, dank corners of the world. You can stay there. Come on, there you go. Back you go. Wonderful. Right, moving on. Moving on. It has grown, my friends. The Brutal Legend Shrine has indeed grown. Not by games, but more by items. This wonderful artwork by my friends. Thank you. It is amazing. And of course, a 300 quid vinyl soundtrack. I have never spent so much on something that I will flat out not use. I will not use this. It cannot be used. It is too good. It is too precious for this world. But yeah, it's getting bigger all the time. Yeah, got my t-shirts. The other one's in the wash because I wore it for a video, which... Why'd I do that? Anyway, the Atari shelf has changed quite dramatically. We have a bunch of new Atari stuff. Predominantly Karateka, sealed. Well, not sealed, but you know what I mean. Planet Motopsycho, though, is actually sealed. Sort of sealed. Little remains. Joust, Phoenix, just picked up like a lot of Atari stuff. These need to be screwed in, or the shelf is falling. I'll get around to it when I get a screwdriver. Yeah, have picked up some new Vectrex games this year, actually. Game Chasm, Bedlam, Armor Attack. We've got the Web Wars High Score editions, or Star Castle, Berserk, Clean Sweep. This one's a weird one. It's just the PCB. No idea why. Atari Flashback Portable that I got for a quid. Like a quid. And a lot of Atari manuals. If you don't know the story about this, we went to a Poundland, not a Poundland, a cash converters in the UK. And they had just a buttload of manuals. An absolute buttload of manuals. For games they didn't even have. So I was like, can I have those? And oh, here we are. So yeah, this is the PlayStation bit. This has seen a complete redo. So originally, I think this was PlayStation 1 stuff. It's now PSP and PS Vita. And the PlayStation Vita TV. Including my favourite Vita game, which is Octodad. Including his godforsaken tie. And I did wear this to a wedding last year. But no one knows that unless you watch the video, at which point I'll probably get comments. Have been meaning to play more PSP, to be honest. I got the Myst one. I even picked up a video. I even picked up Bloody Independence Day on UMD because I wanted to watch it. Don't ask me why. I do not know. My PS1 collection. Has seen some add-ons. Have seen some gons. I think we picked up Z earlier last year. We definitely picked up Disruptor. That's one I've wanted for a very long time. Love that game. been trying to get rid of Life Force Tenka for God knows how long, but nobody will take it off my hands. And we added Colony Wars Vengeance. I do have another Colony Wars, but I need to find it. Fidget. I got these off of IndieBox. Who remembers IndieBox? Turns out they're still shipping from that store if they have stock for it, and they have a fidget toy from Dust and Elysian Tale. And not only that, they've got the Blade of Ara from Dust and Elysian Tale with a free version of the game on it. A completely DRM version. 10 quid. Not complaining. Don't know why they're here, but here is where you will stay. If you didn't know, here's some useless trivia for you about Fidget. Her skin in Minecraft is what Stampy Longhead uses. Because he retired from doing that series last year, which is a shame. Moving on. PlayStation 4. Added a bit to this, primarily these ones. I think I got Metal Wolf Chaos this year, and I picked up Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle Remastered. Any new ones? Maybe Dreamfall Chapters? Definitely got Everreach Project Eden, because I was like, hey, it's Mass Effect, but not as good. The PS3 collection, looking as sad and empty as it always has, because quite frankly, I sold most of them because they suck. The PS5 collection, once again, I tend to go through games like Toffee. Toffee. I go through games like Toffee, because I eat them, I devour. But then I go, that game was shit, so I get rid of it. Ignore the random Dishonored tarot cards that seem to be stuck for some reason. Can I wiggle you down? Yes, I can. Fantastic. So picked up a fair few of these in like late 2023 alone. Trepang 2, Postal, Robocop, Cyberpunk, Teardown, Spellforce, Immortals of Avium. That game is fine. The Valiant, which I haven't actually got around to playing. Awkward. Yeah, moving down. The PS2 collection. Haven't picked up too many of these. I don't honestly know too much about them. I think that's a racing game. Yeah, it's the Jack X racing game. Picked that up for some reason. An old 360 the friend of mine gave me. My PS5, which has Cyberpunk in it. Oh, oops. PS4, and an old PS2 magazine I found in a charity shop for like 50p. Kind of had to have that because it's just that bad. I'm not a huge PlayStation guy. I certainly am over fucking Xbox Series X. I can drown in a well for all I care. But speaking of Xbox, moving on. We've got up here. So I got my wife a Spyro's 2 painted statue of Spyro himself from Classic Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer, as I think it is in Europe. The reason it's empty is because he frames our television with her other Spyro statue. Some Portal Lego Dimensions. 2 copies of Starlink. Yes, I am that obsessed. My wife sold Xbox One and her old PS2. This. I was a big fan of the game Dark Void back in the day, and a girlfriend of mine picked this up for me. I think it's broken on one of the, here it is. So, it's broken. Broken on one of them, but, that's pretty cool to own. Conquer and Fallout Boy, or Vault Boy, whatever you call it. My original Xbox collection. Haven't seen too much change here, except for one thing. I picked up a brand new Crystal Xbox, which, get this, plays everything. Like everything. Everything I have put into that bloody console, be it American, repro, Japanese, doesn't matter, it frickin' plays it, because I found, to my absolute delight, it was modded with Evo X. So as a result, Teen Titans, Coast to Coast 2006, Stubbs the Zombie, Castlevania, Zionide, and Metal Wolf Chaos, which are all horrible, gross reproduction games, work perfectly. They literally are perfect. You're up too high. Down, boy. Yeah, but no, I haven't seen too much change on this. I did do a top 15 original Xbox games video. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. Because that's what this Game Room Tour is about, guys. It's about me plugging videos that I did this year. Yeah, no, probably still my joint favourite console, along with the GameCube. But yeah, just yeah, a very solid system. Very happy with it. Moving on. 360. Again, no real changes, except we did get Virtua Fighter 5, because I will do that Virtua Fighter video if it kills me. The newest things, though, are these gross monstrosities. Xbox One games. Basically, I wanted to talk about Halo, and I wanted to talk about Gears of War. So as a result, I had to get all the Halo games again, and I had to get all the Gears of War games in. But I am still missing Gears Tactics. Foolish man. I know what you're thinking. Why does he have 4 original Xboxes? Simple. I will do that Halo 2 LAN party if it kills me. And my wife's old crappy Xbox 360 that I'm not entirely sure if it works anymore. And don't ask me what that is. It was just something in television that I purchased. Because we'll never get the Intellivision Amico. If you don't know why, go look at Slope's Game Room. This is my new best friend. This is my new best friend when it comes to original Xbox content. Because it plays everything. Then yeah, just my wife's corner of video games. She's picked up a couple this year. She doesn't seem to buy too many. She's still a Spyro fan. I got her this for Christmas. And this for her birthday, because she likes Chow and she likes Baby. She likes Bowser Jr. Although, also, I did get her this. That is the sword, Chaos Eater, from Darksiders 1. Because she'd been playing the game and they had this in a shop nearby to me, so I was like, let's buy that. Yeah. To be fair, nowadays she just has to keep most of her games in the living room, which is not where they live. It's not where they live. They live here. They live amongst their brethren. But no, apparently. Oh well, never mind. She's been playing the Borderlands games again, which... Ugh. Yeah, so, anyway. That is that, guys. Thank you for being with me on this entire experience. It's been a delight. And I look forward to seeing you next week, where we'll probably maybe talk about Scott Pilgrim, or maybe we'll talk about something else. Maybe Pikmin. Who knows? Anyway, guys, thank you, and that's me signing off.